members of the diplomatic corps, Mr. Peter Greenberg, Diana Charemera, and your company, Age Safaris, and all the big people who are here. First of all, I want to congratulate Mr. Greenberg and Diana for this wonderful job. The story about Uganda, the uniqueness about Uganda can be summarized in the words latitude and altitude. Those two words. That's what favors us. The latitude, the fact that we are on the equator, part of the country is north of the equator, part is south of the equator. So when Mr. Greenberg was making his film, he was oscillating between the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The Bwindi National Park is in the southern hemisphere. Maxon Falls is in the northern hemisphere. So that means that the sun moves over us 2 times in a year. When the sun is going south, it passes over us. When it is going north, it passes over us. That's one big advantage. So we have the sun all the year round. However, because of the altitude, because here where we are sitting is 1,000 meters plus above sea level. That's why this lake is flowing down. The Nile is from the lake is flowing down to Egypt from a high altitude to a low one. Now, this is what influences our climate. Like now, there is no air conditioning. We don't have to warm the air or cool it. We just enjoy it the way it is. So that is really, and I think this is what also influences the flora and the fauna which you find in Uganda. So once you capture those, which he has captured partly in his film, although he didn't show the snow-capped mountains, because he captured only where he visited, which is very good. He didn't go to the mountains. He didn't show other people's experience. He just showed his own experience. But because of the altitude, that's how you get the permanent snow right on the equator, which is really quite unique. Now, then because of the location on the globe, in the center of Africa, and Africa is a huge continent, 12 million square miles of land. That is 12 times the size of India. You can fit India into Africa 12 times. You can fit the United States of America into Africa 3 times, 4 times. Now, Uganda is in the center of this huge continent. That also has got its significance. Because we were very far from the oceans, we were the last to be reached by foreigners who are coming here. The Europeans, the Arabs. We didn't have direct contact with them until 1841. That was the first time to see a non-black person, an Arab, by the names of Ibrahim, in 1841. The Ugandan thought he had no skin. They thought that he was a nyama. Because they had never seen anybody without a black skin. Even my great-grandmother, after whom some of my girls are called, when she saw the first white man, she didn't know that people could not be black. This was a bit later, but in the last century, in the other century. Now, because of that, if you can call it isolation, if you are looking for the original Africans, then here you have found them. These are the original Africans. The ones who did not have much interaction with the foreigners for a long time. This Arab, Ibrahim, came here 1841. Then Huntington Speke, the one they were talking about, came 1862, and the missionaries came 1877, 1879. So we did not have, and they stayed here for only, the British stayed here for only 70 years. Then they went. Therefore, much of our culture and way of life was preserved. So that is another angle which you should always bear in mind when you are interacting with other people. That's why, therefore, the activities of wealth creation are quite unique. The wealth, our crops, you saw them here, the bananas. There are other crops which they didn't show. Very many, the millet, they didn't show the millet. It is the richest cereal in life that I know. So the crops, the livestock, you saw them here. The other activities, fisheries, you did not show him Nshonzi. Should have shown him Nshonzi. You only showed him CNN. Nshonzi are the mud fish. I don't know whether these are in other parts of the world, but they are unique here. The Nshonzi, the mud fish. The emyoga, the skills, you saw some of them here. The milk pots, the what. So that is another side of Uganda. The ancient ways of life which we are now modernizing. And we think these are very important for the world. If you take the Ankole cow, Mr. Greenberg, that cow you saw, those cows, they are the only cows in the world, I hear, that have got yellow fat. All the other cows have white fat. Now these ones have yellow fat. And that yellow fat has got less cholesterol. So those cows are quite a gold mine in terms of looking for beef which has got little cholesterol. So I'm glad that you are beginning to, this film is beginning to expose this uniqueness, this different way of life to the world, because I think it's very good. Me, I never like to go, I like it here. I love it so much, because I don't think that, and I want other people to come and share my happiness here. So I'm very happy when I see the foreigners coming, because it's really a very, very good way of life here, the way we live. Then you go to language now. Of course, Mr. Greenberg cannot get the language very well, but the languages are also very, the languages in the Great Lakes, the dialects, they are all mainly Bantu, but also Nilotic and other clusters, but they are very rich languages. It is good for other people in the world to know that, because the vocabulary is very big. We cover so many things. There are so many words which we have in our dialects, which you cannot easily find in other languages. Then you come to music. You saw a bit of it here. This is ancient music here. And the instruments, and the injiri, they didn't show enanga, the drums, you saw them here. And then sports. That sports is a little bit of unfairness to other parts of the world, because those people, Cheptegei and those other people, they live 3,000 meters above sea level. Where you are with Cheptegei, it is about 2,000 meters above sea level. Therefore, their lungs are used to scarce oxygen. They are not like the people at the sea level. Sea level, you have a lot of oxygen. In the mountain, you have got less oxygen. So people who grow up there have got very efficient lungs, which can use little oxygen. So I don't know whether it is fair competition, because they are stronger. They can use very little oxygen. That's why they are doing very well in sports. both in Uganda and Kenya, and even Ethiopia. It's the same type of people. These long distance, middle long distance runs, they are very good. The first one who shocked the world was Kipchoge Keino, a Kenyan, in Mexico City, 1968, before you fellows you were born. Very sorry for you. That's when Kipchoge Keino, I think he was a policeman in Kenya. He ran the mile. He ran the mile in record time in the Olympics. Yeah. Now then there's also the indigenous science. We don't project our views so much to other people, we keep them to ourselves. But when I go abroad and I hear people talking of tomato juice, I just keep quiet. Because in our language, juice is specific. Ombisi, eshande. Tomato cannot produce a juice. Because tomato is a vegetable. In our language, emboga. Inyanya nemboga. So you cannot have emboga producing juice. So when I go there, I say, what should I tell them? Should I keep quiet or? Because really the juice, you squeeze it out of a few fruits and products. Those bananas, those ones actually produce a biochemical reaction. That thing they were doing, okunyuka, the squeezing of the juice, using their wonderful method there. I think creates a biochemical reaction, maybe some enzymes or what, and then the juice comes out of the banana. So you can get ombisi juice from bananas. You can get also from oranges, maybe from sugar cane. You know, sugar cane can get you ombisi of that. Okunyuka in our local language, or kamura. Abo mu Uganda babyogera batya? Abo Uganda mulina okunyambawo. But tomato, you okushuma enyanya. It's not, you are not squeezing, you are not torukunyuka, torukukamura. So how can you get juice out of tomato? That's a mash, you mash okushuma. So it's really, we shall have to share more with our, because we just keep things to ourselves, but I think we should share. Mr. Greenberg, and to Diana for this wonderful, this is tourism, but I think it is also civilizational interaction. Because many people, the Indians, the Chinese, the Europeans, the Arabs, they don't know much about the ancient African civilization. They don't know. We know. We keep it to ourselves. We're a bit selfish. But I think it's good to share with other people to expose. Diana, thank you very much for diversifying from cattle keeping only, because we are just cattle keepers only. But now Diana has diversified. She has become a service provider, tourism. And she has been on it for a long time, for 17 years. So I thank everybody, and I congratulate the Minister of Tourism and all the other people who supported this effort. It may help to increase tourism, but of course we are also taking other measures apart from the information dissemination. We are also working on improving the infrastructure, the Chihi area, for the same reason. So that people don't have to come to Entebbe, then drive from Entebbe to that long distance. They can go straight from wherever they are in their private planes, so that we target the rich tourists. So I thank you, and I congratulate Mr. Greenberg and Diana and their fraternity, and Butajira. Thank you. And I want to thank, I've seen all our big players, like our daughter, the daughter of William Karema. What is her name? The veterinary. Sylvia? Gladys. Thank you so much. I always watch you. I have never had the honor to meet you. So I've been blessed today to meet my daughter from whom I've been watching from a distance. But she has been very active with those Engaji, mountain gorillas. Thank you so much. So I wish you good luck.